Very much for taking a few minutes to be with us.
Thanks for having me.
Let me ask you, what do you think when you see those images of all those cars and you hear about folks who were stuck for, 30 plus hours with obviously nothing, running out of gas? A horrible situation.
It's certainly a horrible situation, and it really drives the point home on just how necessary it is to be prepared. And that's not just if you're taking a road trip, even if you're running to the market or running to the gym, and maybe not even in what we would consider winter weather apparel. So you really do want to make sure you have the right tools in your vehicle if something like that happens.
Yeah, that's a really good point, because people do. We jump in the car, we think we're running here or there real quick with shorts on or whatever, even if the weather's bad, but that could be a bad mistake. I remember as a kid, my mom used to say, keep a candle in the car. You could use it to maybe heat yourself up or something like that. What should we do? Is there anything that we should maybe keep in the glove box?
Well, not so much the glove box, but definitely in the trunk. So now is the perfect time to prepare that winter weather emergency kit. And that includes some sort of abrasive material, whether it be sand, salt, or even a non clumping cat litter, available at any grocery store to get you traction if you need it, a snow shovel and a brush, an ice scraper, reflective triangles or flares in case you do experience a breakdown, jumper cables, and it doesn't hurt to pack some extra clothes for the winter. So a blanket, sweatshirt, socks, and also non-perishable food items. We know, seeing what happened in Virginia, that would have come in extremely handy for a lot of people.
Yeah, those young women from Connecticut who we interviewed a few minutes ago were fortunate. They had some water in the car and some snacks, but a lot of people did not. So keeping something like that in the car is certainly a good idea, because this can seem silly to some people, but certainly not to those who were stuck in that situation.
And it may sound silly that you should, prepare for emergency all the time, but it really, it doesn't hurt. And the way that emergency kits are right now, they're very small, they're compact, they do have a lot of good tools in them, even, a screwdriver, a hammer, wrenches, small things that you could keep just in case of emergency. So it helps, and it's really good to update that and make sure you have it with you.
Yeah, certainly some good advice. Now, before we let you go, we're obviously talking again about some snow, some measurable snow on Friday morning. What advice would you give people who, all of us, myself included, we tend to drive like we never drove in the snow before? So here we go.
Well, first and foremost, we want to remind people that those speed limits are for ideal road conditions. So slow down, give yourself some extra following room. That way, in the event that you do need to stop or even make a invasive maneuver, you have the room to do so. So slow down, no jumping on that gas pedal or abruptly jumping on that brake. Gentle is really the key in snow or slippery weather. And we also want to remind everybody that you need to pay attention to your tires. That way, that's where the rubber meets the road. So make sure your tires are in good working order. And just because you have four-wheel drive doesn't mean it will work on ice.
Yeah, you're not invincible. We like to think we are if you have a bigger car or something like that, but you still slide. Tracy Noble from AAA, thank you so much for being with us this afternoon. We appreciate your time.
Thanks for having me.